What's up, everybody? Today we're taking a look at two new additions for your Shinkenger, and that is the Kabuto Origami and the Kajiki Origami. I don't know if I'm pronouncing those right, but I'll put it somewhere in the video so you can see how it's spelled and you can look that up for yourself. But yeah, in America these are known as, I think it was the Beetle Sword and the Swordfish Sword. But this is for Shinkenger, so that's not what they're called, even though they're pretty much the same thing, not toy-wise, but show-wise. You can see on here the mech or Zord itself, whatever you want to call it. You can see the disc here that it comes with, how it is implemented with the Shinkenger. Come to the bottom, some more information. And I think this is why each picture on the bottom of these discs here, or top of these discs, is different, because I guess when you spin them on these swords, you get kind of a little slideshow, I guess. Here's other things you can purchase. Come to the top of it. See a nice piece of artwork here. You can see Shinkenger or Kabuto Shinkenger. Come over to this side, same thing, just some more things that you can do with this. The attack mode. Unfortunately, when I purchased this overseas, got it off eBay, that was kind of ripped off, so that kind of stunk, but oh well, I can deal with it. The rest of the packaging is just fine. And here's the back of it on how the attack mode goes and how you can put in the disc. Now, the next one is going to be Kojiki Origami, which is the swordfish looking one. You can see how it's implemented with Shinkenger, which is Kajiki Shinkenger. You can see the disc. Same thing as Kabuto Origami's packaging, just pretty much showing how it's implemented in all different ways here. I really like the artwork on here though, with the water there. It's pretty nice. So yeah, this is pretty much it. And I gotta say, these boxes here are got some nice, weight to them. Just because of the figures alone, because they're pretty massive compared to Shinkenger. But without further ado, guys, let's open them up and see what they're all about. Starting right off with Kabuto Origami, here's how it comes packaged to you. And I did see something about this piece here being able to detach. I don't really... Oh, yeah, look, it just pops off very simply like that. So the directions did say to assemble this, but this was already put together. So it does pop off, and you won't break it. So I'm glad that it didn't just break on me there. But we have the Kabuto Origami. We have the horn for the top here. We have two sets of legs for this guy. We have the disc, which is very cool. It's a little bit better quality, in my personal opinion, than the Shinkenger's disc shield that it comes with. And then we also have this little piece. Now what this is for is to plug into the back of Shinkenger, so that when you put these on, top of the, it's going to become the head portion, that the line doesn't bend backwards and break. But we'll get more to that when we put this whole thing together. Now, what you're going to want to do is, you're going to see two pegs here. You can grab Kabuto, plug that in there, come over to the left side of it, plug those in. You see there's two sets of tabs here. Pop that right in. This is spinning, but there's a little tab here, so you can just plug that in like so. And then the next thing you want to do is open this up. And you can see, just like Shinkenger's shield, there's that. Pop the disc in. And now you're all set. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's got the awkward handle really sticking out here. So I guess you could hold it there and spin the disc. But really what that is for connecting with Tora Origami, which I'm going to be getting shortly. Now the only other major thing you can really do with this, other than have it roll, because it does have 4 wheels on the bottom there, which allow it to roll pretty nicely, is to come over here, and there's going to be a little tab. Push that back. That will allow this to spin. Henceforth, if you hold it by the handle there, it will spin that. The faster you spin, the faster it's going to go. And if you want to stop that, push that forward, and now it's locked. And now if I'll unlock that real quick, just to show you, no, the horns do not spin as he rolls. So that is Kabuto Origami. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Kajiki Origami, which is the swordfish. It comes with 3 missiles. And here's something I also didn't clarify. Those two did not come together as a package. You have to purchase those both separately. They are not a conjoined figure or anything of that nature, so they don't come together. You do have to purchase them both separately. So, now anyways, you got 3 missiles that it comes with. You have the Megazord head, or Kajiki's head for the fish mode. You have this big tail right here, which you can open this up, and I'll get into reasons for that later on. we have the disc it comes with, which is, like I said, if you see here, these are all different images here. And then you got blank ones over here. So when you get the sword, I'm assuming that you spin this, and that creates a little slideshow for you. And then we pretty much have the body here, which is open up there to put the disc in, close it. You got 3 wheels on the bottom, and that's pretty much it. Another large handle. Now to assemble this, you're going to have to look at the tabs here and here and match them up with the ones on top. Very simply. Then you come over here, plug that in. Next, you got 2 holes, one here, and then one right here. So you have a spare missile now. So if you lose one, you got one more. And then what you want to do is just come under here, and you can see the same shape under here that all the discs fit onto. With those facing up, plug that in, and there you go. Kajiki Origami is now all set. Now there are a couple gimmicks that we can do with this. Henceforth we have the missiles here, which aren't too powerful. As you can see right there, very, very weak. They don't really fire all too well. Now, rolls very nice, and there's that click. What you want to do is, there's a symbol up here. Pop that up, and now what you can do is, the faster you spin it, the more that bounces. Kind of a weak gimmick in my opinion, but that is the gimmick. Then you also have these soft pieces of rubber, which are the mouth, because the sword goes in there, and you can close that up, or you could just leave the bottom open, whatever you prefer, because this is a nice soft piece of rubber here. But that's pretty much it for Kajiki Origami. Now for a size comparison, I figured I'd bring out for Kabuto Origami the bear folding Zord, as it's known in America, or I guess bear origami it's called. I don't know. There you go. He's really big size figure here. Really big, especially compared to the other mechs or Zords. Next up, I'll bring out the blue dragon here, which is my favorite among all of them. Really long, but compared to the Kajiki Origami here, I mean, it's cutting it really close. I mean, they're almost the same in length here. Almost. But the Kajiki Origami is just so much more thick and massive as compared to this origami and the rest of them. Now we're going to form the Kabuto Shinkenger as well as Kajiki Shinkenger. These two do not combine together with the Shinkenger other than with Tora Origami. And one more thing I wanted to mention, Kajiki Origami did not come with one of these. At first I was kind of annoyed about that because it was to my understanding that each one of these, Tora, Kajiki, and Kabuto Origami, each came with one. But after you see the transformation, you're going to understand why. And that's because his body is so big and it gets attached to the back of the lion sword that it really doesn't need one. First off, what you're going to want to do is a couple of things. You want to take off the helmet here, fold this up, and here's something that's not in either of the directions that I've noticed. Flip up the dragon, and there is enough room in here to store the helmet. Voila! Easy storage. Now you don't have parts lying around. Next thing you want to do is take out the sword, move the shield. They can come on over here and take this little piece that I showed you about, and there's going to be a circle right here for you. Pop that in there, and then press it on. And now this is what I'm talking about, because now when this falls back, it won't fully go backwards. As to where if you remove this, if this happens to pop backwards, it can go all the way back. And I guess they're worried about you breaking it and such. I can see over time joints getting weaker and so on and so forth. So I actually really like that and think that's a good idea because now it just catches it for you. So now once you've done that, you're going to actually close the head. Split it in half, put it away. Yes, they're actually not using the real head for this one. And I understand why, and that's to pretty much implement the gimmick here. So you want to take off one side here. Pop that on yellow. Take off the next one, and you can see there's only one engravement in here, so that would fit for this gear on pink, or turtle, whichever you prefer to call it. And you can pop that on there. Next, come on under here. In the middle of the front of the wheels of this guy, there's that you want to pop out. So now you're going to have set of tabs. I'm sorry, let me move this real quick. Set of tabs right here and here, and then one not a tab, but a tab hole that will plug into right here. So you're going to take this, slide it up, tab everything right in, just like so, and finally open up this, and voila, we have a new head inside there. Now the one thing that really confuses me is why there's green decoration here that kind of imitates his eyes, and then when you close these back up, the eyes are right here. So if I guess maybe that's just decoration, I don't know. In reality, I really think the eyes would be here if that's what those are supposed to be, but whatever. Now, just to show you, it is absolutely a different head here. Yeah. And the reason that is, plug this back in real quick, is so that you can do this. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, these are very flimsy rubber, just like Kajiki's mouth. Move that. And there you go. That's this Megazord's attack mode. Yeah. Really nothing too great. I like how the new head is implemented. That looks pretty cool to me. And it kind of gives it overall a new look. But nothing too spectacular. You can take your sword, plop it in the hand, take your shield, because I actually have seen this in the shows, Power Rangers, Samurai, or Shinkenger, that the Kabuto Origami uses these. Now, if you want to use a little imagination and have fun, you could pop this disc off right here, open this up, or pop that all off, whatever the heck you want to do. Take the shield disc, pop that in, pop this all back in. There we go. And then put this on the shield. And I would absolutely recommend holding the Monkey Zord when you spin this, because it's very, yeah, see, just came apart. So if you're going to be spinning that in the Monkey Zord's fist, you're going to really want to be holding that tight. Now next up, with Kajiki Origami here, what you're going to want to do first is, just like before, remove the helmet, open the dragon, slot it in there, put that away, remove the sword, remove the shield, and this time we're going to actually use the head. What you want to do is take this, remove the Kajiki head, come back here, and this is why we don't need a yellow piece for this guy, because it's such an enormous backpack, it just plugs right in and supports everything. Come back here and open this up. Then we can come over here and turn this whole thing around. Here's the head. Flip these up, plop it on. My comments on this guy are, I like the head thing, but I kind of like more with Kabuto Origami how it had something with the arms and such. I don't know, maybe something with the legs. It's not terrible. It's just got a huge backpack, massive backpack. And these are soft rubber here too. My only complaint about those is one is bent down, well, I guess to the left, and this one's perfectly straight. So that's just a packaging issue, though. That has really nothing to do with who I bought it from. Overall, it doesn't look too terrible. It's accurate with the show, just like the rest of them. I do like Kabuto Origami a little bit more. And yes, these are supposed to open here for the final transformation. Now, the next thing is the gimmick, which you cannot implement with the disc now, because that button is what pushes this up and down. But what you're going to do is open this up, then you can take the Shinkenger sword here and just plug that right in. And this is an actual attack mode. So push that down and it'll lean forward or straight up top. That's about it. And I think it was something like, that's how it attacked the finisher or something. I don't know. But I will tell you this. It doesn't really secure anywhere else other than on the Kajiki Zord's body itself. So the head or the mask that you're putting on this thing doesn't really secure to Shinkenger. It only secures itself by attaching to Kajiki. But you can just simply take that out and close that right back up like so. Now I know it is kind of difficult to see the head of Shinkenger inside there. It is a little bit further back. Now with Kabuto Origami, it was nice and up close and be able to be seen because they implemented the head with that origami. And they had to, or else that gimmick wouldn't work where the beetle horns spin. But now with this, other than that awkward attack mode, you can put the sword in. And now we do not have to put this in Shinkenger's arm here. Well, hand, we could put it in the arm because now we don't have those beetle legs sticking out. So you can plug that in and you can have this. And just like we did with that, detach this disc, and you're going to have to remove the head because of where it ports in. But you want to open this up, take the disc out, plug that one in there, shield disc in, tab that back on, and now we have this. And these modes with the disc come in as the shield, I haven't seen in the show. I've watched bits and pieces of it, but I've never actually seen that, so correct me if I'm wrong. I've never actually seen this. I just think it's a fun little gimmick to do. And this one's a lot easier to spin than being in the actual hand. Reassembling, you're just going to want to pop this off, take off the head, open this, pop that back on, pop this disc back on, close that up, remove the whole Zord, take this, plug it right in, fold these back, fold these together, and now we have Kajiki Origami back together. And you could leave this here or in the hand. I prefer to do like in the show and actually use this handle to support red, and pop that in. Slide the sword back in because the other side is really undecorated on that side. Shinkenger's helmet out, pop it on, flip it up, you're all set. And now I also didn't show you guys how to go back to Kabuto from the Kabuto Shinkenger mode. You want to close this up. There's two tabs right here and here, two tab holes here. Just want to push that together. Like I said, it's a very soft rubber. Make sure that's tabbed in up here. Flip this up. Take each set, tab them into the side. And now we have Kabuto Origami all set up again. So my final thoughts on this, guys, is I do recommend to pick these up. Now, the reason why I say that is if you're going to pick up Tora Origami as well, then I absolutely get Kajiki Origami as well. Personally, I think Kabuto is better just because he's more flashy. Like, he's a huge header on top, which he is a really top-heavy Zord there, and he gets a little action on the arms towards Shinkenger's appearance. As to where Kajiki Origami is just a header and a backpack. Now, I know that's accurate with the show, there's nothing you can do about that, but that's just my personal opinion. I preferably like Kabuto Origami or Kabuto Shinkenger better. And I do apologize if I am pronouncing Kajiki Origami wrong. So if you're going to pick up one of these, I would say it would be the Kabuto Origami I would tell you to go with. If you're going to be collecting all of the mechs like I am, I would definitely say get both of them just to be a completist and really be able to finally make Ha-Oh, which is the final formation of all the Zords or mechs, whatever you would like to call them. But hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know down below what you thought. Like it if you like it. Dislike it if you disliked it. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/MrTFPrime or follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrTFPrime. If you're watching this at popculturenetwork.com or youtube.com/popculturenetwork, if you're commenting there and you're liking it, that's great. That's awesome. But just know, if you're watching this review and it's months away, the best way to get in contact with me about something is to go right to my YouTube channel or my Facebook or my Twitter. Because I do check it on Pop Culture Network, but for me to have to go back, let's say 20 videos ago from months ago and check a comment, it's kind of hard because I'm really only going through them to contact me. So I only really check recent videos on Pop Culture Network that I've posted. I go back every now and then, but if you want immediate response from me and such, go right to youtube.com/MrTFPrime or my Facebook or my Twitter. And once again, this is Mr. TF Prime, and I want to thank you for watching.